No one got a lot of sleep last night after what happened with the liver. The engines are petrified. Most of the survivors are losing it. I don't know how much longer we have. I miss my family back home. I still don't know if we're on our Sodor. The fact that there were 2 James and Phils is still confusing to me. I don't know how much longer we can stay here. Those things could be back at any moment. We were forced to leave the cold depot due to that engine showing up again. Duck stared right into his eyes and we almost lost him. The engine kept asking us to join him and I think he asked for help once. While escaping the coal depot, we saw an engine which had derailed with some trucks. And we were shocked to see it was Percy. He was surprisingly alive even though he was missing an eye, had a broken and detached jaw, and his face was brutally pummeled. He begged us in a soft, tired voice to help him. I talked with Phil and Charlie and agreed there was nothing we could have done, so I walked over to Percy, pointed my gun and pulled the trigger. I immediately fell to my knees regretting what I had done and full of remorse. The engines looked down at their buffers, saddened for their friend. In that moment of silence, we heard a horn. We turned around and we were shocked to see Daisy and Derek rounding the bend. They said they planned on bunkering down in the sheds at Mïšťt. They asked if we would join them, and we agreed. We're in the shed now and I forgot how big it was, and while I was exploring, I saw something I still cannot believe. I entered one of the offices in Mïšťt and was surprised to see 2 men in front of me. One looked to be Keith, Gordon's driver, and the other was a man who I thought was the Kildane station master. He had strange badges on him that read Sodor Empire. I noticed Keith looking up at the ceiling, and when I looked, I was shocked to see Edward. His wheels and funnel seemed to have been torn off and he was looking worryingly at the men. The Kildane station master called for another man to kill Edward and to make it look nice for the general. I didn't have a second to react as a large spike came down from the ceiling. Edward screamed and the spike shot towards his face. I looked away in horror, and when I looked back, Edward, Keith, everything was gone. Charlie entered and asked if I was okay and explained what I had seen, and he said the mist lets you see into other worlds, somewhere things don't go right. What a day for surprise. It seems we're not the only ones who aren't from this reality. It seems Daisy is also from a different world. In her world, a nuclear explosion occurred at a recently built power plant, and while she was being chased down by the James of her world, who was horribly mutated, a thick mist rolled in and she found herself in this world along with her James. Luckily, she was sent down the Ellsbridge branch while her James continued down the mainland. She eventually made her way to Thomas branch where she found Dirk, who taught her how to survive this new world. Now we got to figure out how to get everyone home. We were chosen to go out and look for food and other materials, so we're going to head out. Hopefully we'll be back soon. While looking for supplies, we found an engine that had crashed into the old barber shop at Crosby. We heard him calling for help, so we didn't hesitate to help. It was Thomas as well as Bob and Ted, Thomas' crew, who were freaking out, asking James what happened and where we had been. He said he was heading back to his branch line after taking a goods train that was meant for us, and
Thomas, is that you?
But Percy, of course it's me. Anyways, what on Sodor? What are you doing here? I thought you were meant to be at the quarry.
Thomas, you have to run, it's not safe.
Percy, what are you talking about? What's not safe? Oh, God, Percy, please help me.
I'm so sorry, Thomas, but I have to
We couldn't believe it. This confirmed we were no longer on our Sodor but a different one, and this was a Thomas. We explained everything to him and he couldn't believe it. We pulled him back to the base. While explaining everything, Edward looked ahead and saw a group of people heading towards us. We got everyone together and we were ready to fight, but soon I realized it was the people who stayed at the little station, and in front of them was me. I had a large scar along my face, long hair, and was unshaven. We both looked at each other for what felt like hours until he said that there is hope.